Hello traders, the title of the video is Elliott Wave Technician uses two Pitchfork tools and market geometry. Alright, before we continue this discussion about using two Pitchfork tools and market geometry, I would like to take this opportunity to apologize to traders about our recent video because the audio was not very good. I would like also to thank traders for their patience. They could have bashed me more in the comment section. Traders needed some aspirin as they were put in the comment section to watch the videos. The sound was not very good, but my apology to traders. This has something to do with Windows 10 update. Hopefully this time it will get better. And I thank you for your comment, for letting me know about the quality of the sound. Hopefully this one will end that mess and let me know whether I have fixed it finally. Alright, I think I've done it now. So it should become clean. If not, alright, I will go back to my drawing board and to improve the sound. So let me know how you find the sound, the audio of this tutorial. All right. Also, a trader did make a very interesting comment that for those videos that were exhibiting echo, that is better to use a headphone. If you put your headphone on, you will get a little bit better. But my apology to traders. I think I have fixed it now. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let me know in the comment section. Let's begin our discussion today about Elliott Wave Technician uses two Pitchfork tools and market geometry. In a previous video that I titled How to Use a Pitchfork Tool to Detect the Start of the Corrective Phase or Corrective Wave, I was telling trader that one can use two Pitchfork tools. Alright, so the first Pitchfork tool that we use is by putting one point at the starting point of the first wave, another point at the end of the first wave, and another point at the end of the second wave. So this is my first Pitchfork tool. Using those 3 points, I'm going to color it now into red. All right. So what we say to traders, normally, a normal multi-wave very often will stay within the boundaries of the Pitchfork tool. All right. But sometimes, if the bullish momentum becomes very strong, the price will go above our first Pitchfork tool. As you can see here, the price was dwelling inside the red Pitchfork tool. Here it is during the fifth Elliott wave. It come out of that Pitchfork tool. So what we say to traders was that if the price goes out of the first Pitchfork tool, in this case the red one, we will draw another Pitchfork tool, which is the second Pitchfork tool, by selecting the low of the third wave, the high of the third wave, and the low of the fourth wave. With those three new 3 points, all right, we will be able to draw the second Pitchfork tool. So I have on my chart already placed, all right, the second Pitchfork tool. That's the orange Pitchfork tool there. All right, so we say to trader that in order to determine whether the correction has begun, if the price exited the first Pitchfork tool and go into the second Pitchfork tool, we will have the first warning that the correction has begun when the price is exiting the second Pitchfork tool. But as you can see here, if you are here, you'll be seeing that the correction is starting here, but it's too late. All right, you see here. So this is what I'm saying to you, that sometimes it will become a little bit complex. So here, somebody applying that strategy will think that the correction has started here, but the correction did not start here. It has started all from this point onward. So sometimes, if that is the case, we will use market geometry. So as you can see here, we will measure the width of the second Pitchfork tool, which are already down here. Oops, now moving my line, which I do not want to do. All right, we measure the width of our second Pitchfork tool. All right, this is the width. I'll change things a bit. apology to traders. So assume that this is the width, all right, because I move it a bit. So we measure the width from the second Pitchfork tool, all right, and project it in the direction of the price if the price come out of the second Pitchfork tool. Here it is. So after we have drawn the second Pitchfork tool, if you are already in the fifth wave, we'll now use market geometry by measuring the width of the second Pitchfork tool and projecting the direction of the price. By the way, for traders who are new to the subject of the market geometry, you may go to www.dayprotrader.com and click on market geometry, or check the playlist about market geometry at the Day Pro Traders YouTube channel. There is a playlist on YouTube, Market Geometry by dayprotraders.com, or by Day Pro Traders YouTube channel. All right. So here it is. So we project it now. Okay. So we'll draw a line that is parallel. This is the line that I draw now. That is parallel to our second Pitchfork tool. All right. In fact, once we have drawn that line, we can also draw the median line of that new channel right there. See that? So as you can see, now we are applying the market geometry. How do we know that the correction is starting? All right. So we see first wave, second wave, third wave, all right, fourth wave, and the fifth wave. Feel free to disagree with my wave count. All right. Now you can see that the fifth wave was quite strong. It went almost vertical. All right. You see how it started coming down. You can also, if you are using the market geometry like this, okay, you project it to the other side. What you need to look for, if you want to dictate, okay, the starting point of the corrective phase, you can also look for candlestick pattern. As you can see here, after we have applied the market geometry, we see that the price went to the top of the projected channel, this one here, and now we have a bearish engulfment. So we can combine the market geometry, all right, with the candlestick pattern, and to alert us that there is a high chance that the correction may begin here. So you can see how the price ran fast here. So here you see that this one here, so here you see we start going up. It hit the top of that channel. You see here we have a bearish engulfment here. So when you see the bearish engulfment, don't rush here. Don't just think that probably the correction may start. All right. So all we are doing is to have a bit of idea. We are trying to pinpoint where the correction is likely to start, but we do not want to go ahead of the price. So like in this example here, you see a run to the top of that projected channel. We see a bearish engulfment. All you need to do for the fifth wave, try to draw a common center line along that fifth wave. So if you were here, you see that the first bearish engulfment here, you draw a common center line here. As you can see, it was very useful to us because the price did not break below that common center line after the bearish engulfment. Or in order to control the risk, in order to avoid going ahead of the price, which we do not want to do, after you see the bearish engulfment on the edge of the projected channel, now implement a different time frame trading method. So for new traders who do not know how to master the top-down trading method, YouTube search the phrase mastering top-down trading method by digit 4 stock trader YouTube channel. You will see 5 videos that will help you also to master a top-down trading method. So traders who master the top-down trading method applying this strategy. So first Pitchfork tool, price one above it. All right, we apply the second Pitchfork tool, the orange one here. If the price goes above the second Pitchfork tool, all right, we will project the width of that second Pitchfork tool in the direction of the price I did here, drawing a line that is parallel to the second Pitchfork tool and also drawing a median line. We are looking for bearish candlestick pattern in an uptrend and a bullish candlestick pattern in a downtrend if we are in a fifth wave as it is here, all right? But we do not want to sell straight away, we will apply a different time frame trading method to control the risk and also draw a common trend line along that fifth wave. All right. So as you can see here, though we see a bearish engulfment here, there was no signal to sell because the price returned to go up. So if you were applying a top-down trading method here, you will see that there was no signal to sell, and the price did not break the common trend line. Price continued to go up, though we have that bearish engulfment there. We will acknowledge that, but we do not want to rush. Now again, you see now, we have another bearish engulfment, and finally the price breaks below that common trend line, okay? As you can see here, it crashed through it, closed below it nicely, that common trend line of the fifth wave, all right? If it's not a fifth wave, you know that there are more to come, fourth wave, okay, and so on, before the fifth wave. But if you have the fifth wave like this is very good. You monitor the candlestick pattern, you use the common trend line, and you implement a different time frame trading method. Now you see close below it about a monthly chart. Now we'll implement a top-down trading method, monthly chart for the trading sector, so the bearish engulfment. It breaks below it, we will start now monthly chart, daily chart for the signal, and hourly time frame for the entry. All right. So if you want to know how to use a different time frame trading method, you to search the files. Okay, mastering top-down trading method by 24. Okay, stock trader YouTube channel. You will see 5 videos. There's a playlist on YouTube talking about mastering the top-down trading method. So here it was a beautiful one. So here you can see it break, close below it. And so if you close below it, the market want to retest it here. So you open here, want to retest the top, and there was a signal to sell, and people start selling it, okay? So if you were not here, all right? If you were not here, but you saw it like this, you see this long candlestick bar, you draw the high, the low, and the median line of that long candlestick bar, because those long candlestick bar can create a problem, and we want to look for an opportunity to sell near the median line of a very long candlestick bar. But if the candlestick bar is not very long, all we need to do is to look for another rally up. This is very good, you see now, it's a rally up, okay, and then it slowed it down, you see here. Again, it break below the top of the second candlestick bar, while the price did again, it rally up, retest, and it showed it down again. All right, you see here. Okay, so this one breaks below, this one open here, retest the top, it showed it down. This one rally up to retest the median line, they sell it down. This one rally up to retest the top of the second Pitchfork tool, and they showed it down. So one way to find out that the corrective phase is starting. So are we in the fifth wave? So this correction very often will start at the end of the fifth wave, but you need to be very careful. So like this now, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did we say before? Anytime we call anything fifth wave, we need to be very, very cautious, because the fifth wave can be extended, which means that though you may say fifth wave, it may come down like this. Okay, one, it may come like this, you may call this fifth wave, and then you pull back a bit, and then continue to go up more, which means the fifth wave is extending. So be aware that the fifth wave can be extended, draw the common trend line, take it one step at a time, and most importantly, all right, use a different time frame trading method to trade it. Here it works beautifully. So you will see different scenario. That's what we are talking about. So this is one example again. You will see other scenario that will be more complex, and you may say, what should I do? All right, flow with the price. Use market geometry, use the Pitchfork tool. If, for instance, here we have an extension, what do we need to do? We project that channel again in the direction of the price, and we keep drawing the common trend line along that fifth wave until we see a clear-cut indication that there is a weakness in the shape of a bearish engulfment or any bearish candlestick bar. All right, so you see a bullish candlestick bar with a shadow on the top okay, retesting a key level, either a Fibonacci extension level. All right. As I apply, you can see here also there was very good scenario here. As I apply the Fibonacci extension to the first wave, you can see that the fifth wave went to the zone of 314%, a Fibonacci extension level of the first wave. So you see here how the price went vertical. I told trader before that a vertical price move is a distortion to a certain degree. So if you are here and you understand that a vertical price move is a distortion to a certain degree, after you see those bearish engulfment, you will know that a correction will definitely start, because a vertical price move is a distortion to a certain degree. The market at one point will correct itself. All right. Another thing that you can do, okay, very fast, you can see that I draw a trend line along here. You see this trend line was supporting the price, and then the price start going vertical. I see here it's going vertical. So if you draw a channel, you see. I hope my software responded nicely now. You see, it's almost a vertical channel. Okay, see now that small channel. Okay, how do you pinpoint the top of the market? There is a video that I posted recently at the 24 Stock Trader YouTube channel, because a trader did ask a question about okay, is the market a topping? Okay, so the title of that video was how to pinpoint the top of the market. Is the market topping? A question by Bobby Bagger, okay, which I posted at the 24 Stock Trader YouTube channel. So you want to be a multi-talented trader, you can use the Pitchfork tool, you can use market geometry, most importantly, draw channel, draw trend line, implement a top-down trading method, pay attention to the price in the fifth wave, especially if you see the fifth wave going. We talked about one example before, a triangle, the ending diagonal, okay, when the price in the fifth wave is in a triangle pointing up. So here, instead of having a triangle pointing up, we have a channel that is almost vertical in the fifth wave. This is also alerting us that the correction is likely to be a sharp correction. So apart from the ending diagonal in the fifth wave, alerting that the correction is more likely to be a sharp move down. If we see also a vertical price move in the fifth wave, and you start seeing weaknesses like this, draw the compensation line and apply the strategy that I've already discussed with you. So you can see that the correction, now we know that the correction is starting here because it went almost vertical in the fifth wave, and we see this engulfment and retesting. We know that a correction is already underway. So this is the first leg, so to speak, of the correction. Now we have a triangle here. There is a high chance that there will be another move down, okay, before it starts going up. I say high chance, not guarantee. The price can start going up more, but anything is possible here. We have that triangle. So the triangle, so here, how do you play that? Okay, so you drop down like this. Now it gives us a nice triangle. It's easy trade. If you find a resistance, all right, a bearish trading setup below the triangle is a high probability trading setup. But a bullish trading setup above the triangle is a high probability bullish trading setup. So the triangle is telling us anything is possible. If you find a resistance below, look for an opportunity to sell and implement a top-down trading method to sell it. If it goes above the triangle and display a higher low or exhibit a bullish trading setup, that's a high probability trading setup. Do not ignore the Pitchfork tool and trade on the edge. Draw the trend line, implement always a top-down trading method, and attention to the price itself. All right. So this will conclude our discussion today about Elliott wave technician uses two Pitchfork tool and market geometry. So the first Pitchfork tool, we choose the low of the first wave, the high of the first wave, and the low of the second wave. We draw that Pitchfork tool. That's the red one here. If the price goes above it, we draw another Pitchfork tool, selecting the low of the third wave, the high of the third wave, and the low of the fourth wave. If it goes above that second Pitchfork tool, we measure the width of that second Pitchfork tool and we project it in the direction of the price. So once we have the first channel, if the price, like here, if it goes above it again, we will draw again. So here we can draw again another channel. This is about market geometry, all right? And okay, draw again the median line of our new channel. So we have a channel here. We have that median line. You do the same thing above this level here. a line that is parallel to that second Pitchfork tool, the median line. You can see that the price stopped at the median line of the second projected channel there. And that's where it did find a resistance. Look for candlestick pattern and implement a top-down trading method. All right. So let me know whether I have managed, all right, to fix the audio. If that is the case, all right, I'm clapping for myself once again, ladies and gentlemen. I've done all kind of things, okay, try to fix it, okay. So what is going to happen, all right? So I need to talk to traders now, okay. Attention, please, all right. The videos that I have been posting recently, all right, so traders say, Joe, you say that you will improve it, all right? What usually take place, all right, so you may understand it, all right? So in one day, for instance, I may record 5 or 7 videos on that day. So most of the videos that I've been posting now recently, most of them were recorded the same day. So when the problem has started, all right? So those videos, I still got some of them here, and I will be releasing them, all right? So if the sound of those videos, okay, is not good, understand that, okay, I have fixed it now. So if this video, the sound has improved, okay, and the next video that I'll be posting, know that they are coming from the backlog of the previous recording. Once I finish to post them, know that, okay, if this video that I'm posting today is excellent, the new recording will become very, very clean and the problem is fixed. So understand that after this video, I will be posting the backlog, so to speak, of the previous recording. Some of them may not be very good, as you see before, and the problem has something to do with Windows 10 update. Was it? All right. Are we blaming Microsoft, or is it something to do with okay? Because I did not change the setting before, suddenly the problem has started, and I try to fix it, and it gets worse. A trader make a comment that you need aspirin at the pro traders. Traders say, "Oh, that my voice sound like a robot." So, all right, that's very interesting. All kind of comment. I really appreciate those comments. So do not think that I get upset when traders tell me the truth. If the sound is not good, it's not good. Well. I don't get upset about that, so I really appreciate your patience. Hopefully, okay, the problem is now fixed. If not, all right, just put it again there, and I have to go back again and try to fix it. Or I have another computer here. So this one, the computer that I'm using now, is faster than the one that I have next to me here. So if the problem continues on this computer, I have to go back to my second computer to record a video. That will be the solution at the end, or buy completely a new a desktop. Okay. So if this video has been truly useful to you, okay, let us know by giving us the thumbs up. If you dislike it, please mark it down. All right. If you think that this is an essential tutorial, feel free to share with your friend on Google+, on Twitter, and also on Facebook. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, feel free to subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell, so anytime we record a new video, you will be the first person to be notified. Until the next time, enjoy yourself and be very happy. We are the GSTW24 traders talking about Elliott wave technician uses 2 Pitchfork tools and market geometry to pinpoint the start of the corrective phase. All right. Happy trading to you all, and I will speak to you soon. Once again, thank you for your patience. Thank you for bashing me a bit about the audio. Hopefully, all right, the problem is now resolved. All right.